So I reached out to Kate Tucker, our minister emerita, and I asked her to bug the phones and to wiretap the entire church.
You wiretapped my phone?
I totally wiretapped your phone. And I have to say, I found out some things as a result of this. And one of the things I was able to determine is that the name of this campaign is Not for Ourselves Alone, Building an Inclusive Future.
That's right.
What is that about?
So I think this name has its origins in a moment before your time. This was a number of years ago. I first started my ministry. Some of you will remember this. We had a charter school in the building. They were on both levels of the religious education wing, and when they bought out of that lease, I was like, and many of us were like, yes, like we have our space back, like our kids and our youth and everyone, we have all these rooms just for us on Sundays for our programming. It was great.
So you were super excited that we just had the space for ourselves?
Well, yeah, it was
Just for us alone. You were excited about that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep.
Wow. Things have really changed over time, I would say.
They have.
They have, and I would say that, our racial justice journey has really changed the way we think and the way that we act. And one of the things I've certainly learned along this racial justice journey is to be kind of wary of any person or institution that wants to keep all their resources just for themselves and doesn't get it, that the resources are for the whole community.
That's right. That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So I think that this journey we've been on is changing how we're thinking and how we're acting. And
Well, you know what? You're right. When you came, you brought the Holiday Giving Project. So we were invited as a congregation in 2013 to think about not just our family and our friends around the holiday season, but to give some of that money to the community. And that was when we gave time and money, and we built a home, the house that love built. You remember that?
That's right. And it wasn't long after that that we joined with Beacon Interfaith Housing Collaborative and their Families Moving Forward program. And we
That's
started
right.
housing families who are experiencing homelessness in our church building.
Some Beacon folks are in the house. There they are, right there. Delighted you're here. And actually, it was just last year when we invited into our building Temple Israel's early childhood program. They were having a capital campaign. Their building was under construction and they needed a place for their child's program. So we invited them in. And right now we have Southside Childhood Development Center in the building. We also have the sous chef in the building. So we are welcoming in immigrants, and we are remembering the first peoples of this land and honoring their food, their tradition, and their culture.
This makes me think of the vote we took 3 weeks ago, too. Does anybody else remember that? It was a great moment. It was the high of my ministry when we voted as a congregation to become a place of sanctuary and resistance, not only for folks who were at risk of deportation, but really for our whole community. To be a place of sanctuary and resistance, a place where people can find a safe space and recharge and imagine a world of love and justice in the midst of this politics of hate. We really made a big step there.
That was a huge step. Very proud that these people are ministry together. That was a remarkable moment.
It was a great moment.
It was a huge moment. I am proud of the work we are doing. And I wonder, do you know it was 15 years ago when we last had a capital campaign?
That's a long time.
It was a long time. So the theme of this campaign, Not for Ourselves Alone, Building an Inclusive Future, is about making 3400 DuPont our home. Really living in the building, making it more welcoming, more spacious, more accessible for our ministry and our program, but not for our ministry and programs alone. It is for the wider community as a hub, as a base, as a place to organize and mobilize so that this church is a beacon of light and hope for the generations to come.
I love that vision, and I know that that's going to take money, right? I mean, how can you have dreams that big and goals that ambitious and needs that big, and of course it's going to take some money.
That's true.
But I have to admit that listening in to the wiretaps on your phone, I have figured out that the real goal of this campaign isn't about money. The real goal of this campaign is to meet with everyone in our church community, to share the history of where we've been and the vision of where we're going, to move together in the Universalist spirit of love and hope, to really meet this moment that we're in and to continue meeting the moment for years and years and years so that we can welcome, affirm, and protect the light in each human heart. We can continue to listen deeply to where love is calling us next, and we can act with bravery and humility in service to justice. That's what this campaign is about.
That's what this campaign is all about. That's right. It's an awesome vision. And I will say, the visits that we've had already have been some of the most meaningful ministry I've done in my 7 years with you all. I do have a question. Maybe it was 2 mornings ago, early in the morning, I saw this really preposterous tweet.
No.
Yeah?
No. We shut that down.
No.
We totally shut that down. Nobody's allowed on Twitter anymore.
There was this crazy tweet out there that said we'd already raised like $1 million or something for this campaign.
No way. That's ridiculous.
Well, here's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if we could get maybe Eric back up here and Dan and Sophie as co-chairs of this campaign. They could give us some real facts about what's going on.
You mean you feel like you need some actual facts?
Some actual facts.
Actual facts.
Actual
Nail us
facts.
down?
I think so.
Well, not yet. I'm just going to have to ask you to wait because we are going to really take a breath together as a community, and I believe we're going to welcome Give Get Sis Ted up.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Give Get